So I wanted to give you a quick overview of the modules that are opening today for our editing skills class. So there are actually two modules that are opening today. One is a writing module and one is a grammar module. So right now I'm on the announcements page. I'm going to go to learning modules. So you're going to see that throughout the semester I'll be opening kind of staggered dates, writing modules and grammar modules. So today a writing module and a grammar module are opening. So the module that's opening today is the reaction paper 1. I'm going to open this folder. First, the module overview gives you a little bit of an idea of what we'll be working on, what topics we'll be studying, the activities that we'll be working on, and then the assignments that we'll be working on. Now, the assignments due dates are varied, so make sure that you check each individual assignment for the due date for that particular assignment. You can also find the due dates in the schedule, and I'll show that to you in a moment. For now, I'm going to click on Module Activities. So in this module, you'll be studying the structure and organization of a standard essay. Then you're going to apply the skills that you studied to write reaction paper 1. I recommend that you read through the assignment first to understand it, but don't begin working on it until you have at least reviewed the materials in the writing process and the thesis statement folder first. So I'm going to open up the reaction paper 1 assignment. This is the exact same assignment from reading 5 that you have on that Blackboard page. Again, you're going to be submitting the paper here on Editing Skills Blackboard site, and then I will apply that grade. I'll enter it manually into Reading 5, the 073 Blackboard site. So you'll only be submitting the paper here, but it's the same grade, the same paper. You don't have to write 2 papers. You're just writing 1 paper, and the grade is being applied to both classes. So make sure that you read through that first, but you don't actually have to start working on it quite right away until you go through some of the other materials. So the first folder here is the writing process. You're going to see that this is kind of a lecture / video watching module. So you read a little bit of lecture from me and then watch a video. Read a little more lecture from me and then watch another video, and it kind of goes like that. Make your way through the lecture. The 2 handouts at the bottom here are just resources for you. So Exploring Strategies is a pre-writing handout that you can use to help you get ideas for your reaction paper. You don't have to turn it into me. You don't even have to use everything from the handout. It's just meant to be a guide or a tool to help you get ideas if you're struggling. The outline actually is something that you're going to turn into me, and I'll show that to you in a moment. I'm going to go back to Module Activities though. So the next folder here is Thesis Statements and Topic Sentences. Again, you've got a little bit of a lecture, a written lecture from me, some videos to watch. And then this time there's some practice that I want you to do. So the folder down at the bottom, once you've watched the videos and read the lecture, I'd like you to open up this, and there's going to be some practice. So you would download the worksheet, try it, do it on your own, and then compare it to the answer key. In this case, some of the answer keys are just possible answers that I have written. There may be more than one possible answer, so just because you don't have the exact answer that I have, that doesn't necessarily mean that you were wrong, but just those are kind of more meant to be example answers that you might possibly put down. All right, so I'm going to go back to the main module, the module Activities. Body Paragraphs and Support has a video to watch and then a practice worksheet to do. Introductions and Conclusions both have lectures for you to watch. Introductions has some practice for you to do. And then Conclusions has a lecture for you to watch and then a handout for you to review. Okay, back to Module Activities. The last thing here is timed essays, and the timed essay is actually not going to open until a little bit later in the semester. So this isn't necessarily something that you have to work on right away. But there's a PowerPoint to download, and I would like for you to review the slides about timed essay tests. And then there's some suggested practice that you can do for a timed essay test. And I'm going to go back now to module assignments so that you can see the different assignments that you'll be working on for editing skills. In this module, you'll be working on reaction paper 1, and you're going to submit 3 assignments that are related to the paper. First, you're going to submit a first draft, and that's just an outline of reaction paper 1. So remember that outline template that I mentioned earlier? You're going to submit this to me to review. You're just going to get homework points for this. It's not really graded. As long as you do the outline, you get points for it. You can use the template that I provided here on this page and also in the writing process page. Or you can create your own. At the very least, your outline should include your thesis statement and your 3 topic sentences. That is due, let me go back to that. That is due on September 6th. Okay, so just your outline, your thesis, and your topic sentences is due to me on September 6th. The second draft is the next part of the assignment that's due. Once you have completed your outline and it's approved by me, you should be working on the complete draft of your reaction paper. You're going to submit that on September 13th. So you're going to submit this to 2 places because you're going to do a peer review, and I'm also going to take a look at your paper. So when you submit it to the peer review, you're going to submit your paper, and then you're also going to look at 2 of your classmates' papers as well. Your assessment submission is due by September 13th so that your classmates have enough time to take a look at some of your work. And then you have to evaluate your classmates' papers by September 20th so that they have time to review your suggestions. The peer review has kind of guided questions for you to answer about your classmates' paper. This is the first time that I'm using this function on Blackboard, so please let me know if you have questions about this and how it works, or if anything's not working properly. Please let me know. You're also going to submit the second draft to me, to this assignment folder, so that I can give you some feedback as well. So you're going to give feedback to 2 of your classmates using the peer review, and you're going to get feedback from me and of course 2 of your classmates as well to help you make some changes and make some adjustments for the final draft. So going back to module assignments, the final draft, the graded version of this, is due on September 27th, and here's the assignment folder for that. There are also several Connect writing assignments that are due. So the writing process overview, thesis statements, and support in an essay, main idea, and support in a paragraph are Connect writing assignments that are due. I have the due dates listed here and then links to those assignments. But of course, you can also find Connect writing assignments in the Connect writing assignment page linked there, and they're in order, so you can see that writing process overview, thesis statements, and support in an essay, main idea, and support in a paragraph, those are all linked there as well, and you can see the due dates for those also. There are 2 grammar Connect writing assignments, subject verb agreement, and count and non-count nouns that are due as well, and I have links to those in the grammar folder. Okay, so going back to learning modules, so that covers the writing module. If you do have any questions about any of the assignments or the due dates, just please post to the discussion board questions asked and answered, and I'll try to clear those up. So now the grammar module that we'll be working on to start off with is subject verb agreement. I'm going to open this up. Module overview, we'll be looking at different types of subjects and verbs and subject verb agreement. There are 3 assignments for this module. 2 Connect writing assignments and 1 quiz. I'm going to open up the module activities first. So first there is some instruction on subject verb agreement. There's a PowerPoint lecture that I want you to download. This one has audio with it, so when you play the PowerPoint, make sure that you have your audio turned on and you're listening to the recorded explanations while you view the slides. There's also a video lecture to watch about subject verb agreement. Then you're going to review count and non-count nouns. There's a video lecture here that you'll watch about non-count nouns, a couple of handouts to review the rules, and then some practice exercises to do with count and non-count nouns. Then I have a bunch of practice worksheets for you to take a look at. So review as many of the practice worksheets as you can. Check answer keys. The more you practice, the better prepared you'll be for the quiz. At the very least, you should do the practice quiz at the bottom of this folder. So here you see practice quiz 1, practice quiz answer key. It's going to be somewhat similar to the real quiz that you'll take for a grade. So I highly recommend that you take that so you know what to expect, what kind of questions there will be on the quiz. Once you've reviewed all the materials, then you are going to complete the module assignments. I would recommend that you complete the Connect Writing assignments before you take the editing quiz. The Connect Writing assignments are graded for completion. They give you homework points, but they are meant to help prepare you for the quiz. So it would be a very good idea to complete the Connect Writing subject verb agreement and Connect Writing count non-count nouns before you take the editing quiz. So then when you're ready, you can take editing quiz 1. I'm going to go to the syllabus and schedule here just to review due dates with you a little bit. So Connect Writing process overview, that's due on September 6th. Reaction paper 1 pre-writing is also due on September 6th. Thesis statement and support in an essay and main idea support in a paragraph, those 2 Connect Writing assignments are due on September 13th. And the reaction paper 1 draft is due on September 13th. And remember that you will be submitting that twice. You're going to submit it to a peer assessment, and then you'll be doing a peer assessment as well, and then you'll submit it to me. By September 20th, you're going to do 2 Connect Writing assignments, subject verb agreement, count and non-count nouns, and you have an editing quiz number 1. Now it's not on this schedule, but don't forget that your peer assessment is due on September 20th. So you have to complete your peer assessment by September 20th. And then finally, reaction paper 1 is due on September 27th. Now, you'll notice that the due date for timed essay 1 is a little bit later. Even though it appears in the module 1 folder, the timing will be when module 2 has already opened, but I just wanted to give you some time to prepare for the timed essay and to review the materials before you take it. That's why I didn't put it in module 2, I put it in module 1 instead. But you will have 1 week to take timed essay 1. So timed essay 1 will open on September 28th. And then it will close on October 4th. So you'll have 1 week to take the timed essay test. It is timed, which means that you have to make sure that you set aside 90 minutes where you'll be able to take the essay test. The essay test, when you open it, you'll be able to view the prompts, the questions that you're being asked to answer in an essay, and then you must submit your essay within 90 minutes. So just kind of be prepared for that. Make sure you have 90 minutes uninterrupted where you'll be able to work on the essay. You have to complete it in one sitting. You cannot work on it for a little bit and then come back to it. So just make sure that you plan your time appropriately so that you can complete that essay and you give yourself enough time to work on it. I think that that's all that I wanted to talk to you about. If you do have any questions, please post to the discussion board. Otherwise, good luck with the 2 modules that you'll be working on, and look for some updates and announcements from me as I post new materials. Bye.